Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Georg Mack Plays the Classics. I love Rocky. It's one of my favorite movie franchises. So seeing this coming up on my list, I was excited. Only to be let down. It's not an awful game, but it isn't any good. You are Rocky, and you need to go through your fights from Rocky 2 through Rocky 4. I mean, unless you lose to Apollo in your first fight, then I guess it's 1 through 4. Note, this game came out before Rocky 5. You start each fight with a training stage. First two want you to press the button as quickly as possible to qualify. Qualifying means you get to be at normal power. Not qualifying means you're weaker than you should be. It's also possible to overqualify, if you have a turbo controller that works fast, to get a boost to your stats. Apollo is your first fight and you learn the ropes against him. You block with the button 1, neither up or down. You duck with button 1 on its own. You punch with button 2. You can throw a jab, a hook, a straight, or an uppercut. Your distance and direction on the D-pad will dictate your punch. The jab is your main weapon, which you will throw 3 times before getting a shot at a hook or uppercut. You have to be up against your opponent for an uppercut. You have to press down on the D-pad for a body punch. Be anywhere for a straight. You can beat Apollo pretty easily if you just take control of the fight and punch him before he punches you. Before you fight Clubber Lang, you have to hit the speed bag. If you can average 7 strikes a second over a minute, you will be powered up. I have no clue how this can be achieved without a turbo controller, but I'm sure someone can do it. Clubber will come in and beat you to death the first time you fight him. Once you figure out you can get 3 jabs in, he'll get 3 jabs in, then you can duck and repeat. You can whittle his stamina away over several rounds. Then all it takes is a lucky power punch to take him down and out. Training for Drago takes more attention than a turbo controller. Mickey puts up the mitts and you have to punch them using the D-pad to aim. This was the only training I could overqualify for. Fat lot of good that did. Drago can just throw power punches whenever he wants, so you'll get knocked down quickly. Then you'll be like, WTF? You'll try again. You might take some of his stamina down this time, but he'll punch you many times in the head again. Then you'll go down for good. No Rocky 5, because this time Rocky dies of head trauma. Blocking is very hit or miss. You can be pressing block in the direction and Rocky will just stand there waiting to take an unprotected punch to anywhere. I guess it's faithful to the movie in that regard. I could also only get duck to work properly during the Clubber Lang fight, where I had to duck in order to survive. When it comes to grading Rocky on Sega Master System, graphics get a 2.0. I like the graphics. I think the pixel art is pretty decent. Sound gets a 1.0. Music isn't all that great. The sounds of punching aren't very satisfying. Gameplay gets a 1.5. Punches aren't very responsive and blocking sure isn't responsive. Difficulty gets a 2.0. I mean, there are only 3 opponents. It goes from normal to hard to impossible. Fun factor gets a 1.5. It's alright, I guess. I want a better boxing game, of course. Overall, Rocky earns a 1.6 and gets a C-. It's not anything I could really recommend. Check it out if you like Rocky, but don't expect anything good. That's going to do it for me for today. Please make sure that you like this video. Subscribe to Head Drop Productions on YouTube because I want you here for each and every video we release because it is your destiny.